Alright, freaks. Tonight, I thought we might have a little talk about this weird, weird friggin' Lego thing going on in the social media news sphere. So, there's a million videos out there about it, but let's just hit the highlights real quick. Anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 worth of Star Wars Lego sets was essentially stolen from this old man who's having medical issues. His son brought the collection down to this store called Bricks and Minifigs and signed a consignment contract. Now, a consignment contract means the original owner retains ownership and the store just sells it for the guy and takes a cut off of each sale. So that was what they had set up. Now, some things happened. A new owner took control of the franchise, and he decided he didn't want to honor the contract. He decided to say, screw it, let them take me to court. And so he got the cops involved because a YouTuber by the name of Reckless Ben got involved, and the new franchise owner made up all kinds of bullshit trying to keep this incredibly valuable collection without paying for it. And the cops believed it. They arrested this Ben kid, raided his Airbnb, like all kinds of horse shit. Now, here's the thing. If the cops had simply told the kid, the YouTuber, hey, this is a civil matter, we're not getting involved, you guys need to work it out in the courts, go hit up the magistrate, that would have been pretty much the end of the story, with the exception of the judge's findings. That would have been it. But these cops decided to violate his Fourth Amendment, First Amendment. I mean, these cops went John Wayne like no one's looking. They redacted the body cam footage, thinking nobody would ever see it. Whoops, it got out. They look like the biggest bags of douche you ever seen, and deservedly so, because that's how they acted. Nothing was out of context, nothing was clipped funny. They were acting like bags of douche. And so, as of now, what I understand is this Reckless Ben kid is hiding out in Mexico because these cops are still trying to come after him. The store has been permanently closed because of all the bad attention. The new franchise owner was booted, and the corporation itself is in a free fall, deservedly so. The CEO is caught lying, trying to conceal this collection. The whole thing is beyond bizarre. These nerds can get up to some weird shit, you know? Give them a little bit of money, and when they start fighting, it ain't with fists, it's with lawyers and lying to cops and all kinds of bullshit. Friggin' weirdos. Now, like I said, I personally believe this is on the cops. The franchise owner, the CEO, of course they're gonna lie and try to keep the money and keep the toy sets and save as much face as possible, trying to make the YouTuber look like a maniac. That's what they're gonna do. That's human nature. The cops should never have went along with it. What the fuck? The cops should have said, no, this is a civil matter. Stop trying to gas us up. Go handle it in court. Because that friggin' franchise owner, man, you know, he was making all kinds of demands. I want him arrested for this. I want him arrested for that. Like, who the fuck is this guy? He's the literal bad guy. I'm sure the CEO didn't really know much about this collection, but the new franchise owner sure did, because the night he took control, he was told about it specifically on tape with audio. Hey, we need to do an inventory because there's wicked expensive collections sitting in here. So I think that dude needs to go to jail. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because he was definitely working with the cops to strip this Ben kid and the owner's son and the owner of the collection of their rights. There's no other explanation. That's literally what he did. Ooh, oh. That was close. That was close. I mean, I would like to show you guys that I'm not some kind of asshole. I can actually catch these fucking things. I mean, it is my pond. It's kind of weird saying that, you know? Like, how can I own this? It's weird. But anyways, those cops are going to get qualified immunity. I know it. They're never going to, they might get suspended, maybe. But even the police chief was caught lying. So unless it's some kind of outside counsel looking at the case and looking at what these cops did, they're never going to see any real punishment for this. No, they're going to catch qualified immunity, even though they blatantly violated this guy's rights. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Huh. Well, something just snapped my line. That's a 10-pound test. That's like some 2.5-foot monsters in there. Holy schmoly, something just peeled out like a mother. That's a clip, huh? Wow. But yeah, these cops, they ain't gonna see no punishment, man. And that's a goddamn shame, you know. I try to support the cops when I can, because it's usually not their fault, whatever's going on. Usually they're actually in the right and it's people just overreacting like a bunch of assholes, but not this time. This time they violated that boy's rights, and they really need to be fired and need to be prosecuted for this, because they went hunting for crimes. They didn't have any obvious crimes staring them in the face, so they started going through the code. The laws that they started with federal, state, local, municipal. Like, they went through every set of codes and laws they had in front, like their ability to enforce, and went hunting for a reason to arrest this kid. That's not what police officers are supposed to do. That's not how police officers are supposed to act. You know, I know obviously we can't go back to what's it, Barney Fife and Andy. Cops can't walk around with no guns anymore in America. But this is too much. This is too much. We can't have this. We need community policing, you know. And this is Seattle, where cops are supposed to be real chilled out dickheads that, don't enforce any friggin' laws. Like, this is Washington State, for God's sakes. Well, the owner of the collection is white. I mean, they're all white, obviously, but I don't know. That's what I got for now. This situation is just fucked, and it's endemic of the whole country that this is where we are. We really do need to start standing up and doing something about this, guys. This is my 2 cents,